Is up, everybody? Zboard365 here from maddenmoments.com, here to bring you in a spinny scheme from the Arizona Cardinals playbook in Madden 16. Arizona playbook has some really great plays that work in tandem together and could cause a lot of confusion, especially for an online opponent. Single back ace is a really good base formation with an awesome passing play and a really good run play, both with quick audibles. Alright, so let's get it started. And the two plays in here are skinny posts and card zone weak, the running play. They're both actually quick audibles, so they can be accessed anytime you're running a two tight end formation in the Cardinals playbook. And I really love skinny posts because it eats up all cover 3 defensive plays in the game, which is by far the most populated play in the game. There's more three blitzes and cover 3 coverages than any other formation. So we're going to take a look first against the cover 3 blitz, go to cover 3, and then take a look at the aftermath of the other coverages. So again, here's your setup, and what you're going to want to do is, depending on which side of the field you're on, you're just going to read the flat. So in this case, I'm going to look at Hynoski. Read him first. You want to be able to at least try and identify what you might be facing. Madden has gotten really hard to make passing reads. You have to be really vigilant after the snap to know what you're going against, because this looks like a two-man under press play, or maybe even a cover 2 press play. And this play doesn't really work out that well against, especially a cover 2 zone. So you're going to have to be pretty vigilant. You have to trust it. You're going to have to not be afraid to run it. But again, just look at the flat anytime you run this play, no matter what. And if nobody goes to the flat with Hynoski, you're going to throw to him regardless, especially on the cover 3 blitz. Because if you try to throw that post on the cover 3 blitz, you're going to get picked off by the yellow zone. Anytime there's a cover 3 with this type of yellow zone, and there's even regular cover 3s that just aren't blitzes, just have 4-man rushes in this game that I know of, have this yellow zone. It just sits in the way of that route. It's the kryptonite. That's why you always want to make sure to read your flat. If nobody follows the flat, hit Hynoski, who drops the ball for you. Let's go to a generic cover 3 now. And this one is more of a traditional look. We have flat zones, we have single high safety, and the cornerbacks are almost 10 yards off the ball, 7 yards. It's definitely a cover 3 look. And just look to the flat, and you see that the linebacker goes to the flat, which is going to leave square with nobody in front of him, no yellow zone to pick off that route for a huge gain. Another thing, guys, when you're running this play, make sure to throw, and this is another reason why I love this, make sure to throw to the shorter post. You see Cruz is running a deeper post, and Beckham is running a shorter post. Look, he breaks before the 20, Cruz breaks after the 20, so I'm going to flip that. And you're going to see, once you see that somebody goes to the flat, you can just kind of trust throw. Ooh, bad throw by Eli. You can just trust throw it to Cruz, and he's going to have a ton of space. No yellow zone in front of him. Throw for you guys. So as soon as you see that guy go to the flat, you're going to be clear. So just make sure to make a nice bullet pass. Versus cover 2s, and usually what you expect with the cover 2, this is the look. It's 5 yards off the ball for the cornerback, 2 deep safeties. It usually means cover 2. Set up our stuff. Now, depending on what cover 2, usually the middle of the field will be open right away for the slant, but I've noticed some of them cause a little bit more havoc over the middle. But what's going to happen with your post is it's going to get pressed late, and then he's going to come back down and cover Hynoski in the flat. So what I like to do is see if my tight end has some space right away and hit him, or you could wait for your running back out of the backfield. He's going to have pretty much nobody around him once the whole play breaks down. So you see that linebacker actually moves away because he's in a cover 2 deep yellow zone. Again, those post routes will be smothered by that cover 2, both from the flat zone and by the yellow zones, and then also by the safeties. You can also audible into the other formations, and I really like single back ace pair to audible back and forth between. Y stick is a classic play. HV dive is back. It's another great run, getting you a lot of yards, and tight end attack is a classic Madden play. Now with Y stick from this single back, I think it's just called ace pair. The tight end will be open on the cover 3. On a cover 3 blitz, a yellow zone will sit in front of him. But again, read the flat with this play. If nobody goes to the flat right away, you might as well throw it to Hynoski. Maybe give him a little bit more time. I threw it too fast. They ganged him there. But on a generic cover 3 and an audible here, you're going to see that Donnell is going to sit right in this little pocket of space. right there for 3, 5, 6, maybe even more yards. And that goes for cover 4 as well. Tight end attack is a great play. This one has been working for a really long time. The only setup I would suggest to you is put the other side of the field wide receiver in a slant or an in route, just so you have somebody to throw to if you're getting pressure. Against the generic cover 3 on the tight end attack, R1 is going to get down the seam pretty easily. Nobody's going to go with him, and you can throw it to him as he cuts, and you see even Hainasi can make that grab through that. Same thing with cover 2. The yellow zone will stick with it a little bit farther. You can also try and sneak it. I've been noticing Beckham makes pretty good passes, catches rather. You see that the linebacker kind of bothers that route a little bit longer and forces me to throw it later, but it's still the same thing. You can hit them if you have a better team than the Giants. Guys, make sure to keep your slant route or in route, just in case things aren't working out fastly downfield. That usually means that either they're being user covered or the computer's doing a pretty good job downfield. It's always just nice to have it as a bailout. As you see, R1 again makes a nice grab downfield. I don't like too many plays from the single back pair twins, but I really felt that flanker spot was a nice little mix-up. And I'm just going to move to the left hash mark because I want my receivers to be on the tight side. The only adjustments I'm going to make, I'm actually going to send Jennings to the opposite side, and I'm going to put Cruz, Square, whoever it is for you, on a hitch route. And basically you're just going to read your corner route on this play. The corner route should clear out any zone, so you see this is a cover 3 blitz. The cover 3 yellow zone that usually comes down and picks off the skinny post is preoccupied with the corner route. Let's take a look at a generic cover 3. Against a generic cover 3, the flat zone kind of just allows them in there. You can also pick between the tight end as well with other routes. If not, wait for R1 to get behind them. See on that cover 3 I was able to get him. Let's take a look with cover 2s. Again, cover 2 is going to be a battle of the hitch route and X. So you see right there, X actually served a great purpose on cover 2 as he sat real low down there. And against man, especially against base defenses, cover 3s, 3-4s, 4-3s, you're going to have a linebacker on R1, but he's going to win that battle really easily, so it's also a pretty decent man beater. Then we're going to go over to single back ace. And I move the ball because I like my bunch wide receivers to be to the small side of the field. And the 2 plays I really like in here are inside zone, 3 plays actually. I really like spacing a lot. And I also like, they call it 4 verticals, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that you can audible to this inside zone and have, your tight end and your fullback blocking for you out there as they fail that time. This inside zone, you see I'm getting really good blocking. It still allows you to cut it inside or outside, so whatever you feel like doing, I like to take it back inside. I'm finding better yardage actually inside than trying to waste my time outside. 4 verticals, an oldie but a goodie. I like this play because you can really get it. You can start getting your passes back to these outside wheel routes. They took that away from us last year, but it's back. So you see if there's a cover 3 blitz, again, just read the flat. It's the biggest thing. If nobody goes to the flat, you're going to get that route for at least 10 yards there. Against a generic cover 3, we should be able to actually get the tight end R1. So this play is one I've actually gone away from because it was just too easy to stop last year, but I'm noticing I'm getting a lot better reads and a lot better reaction. And don't get me wrong, an experienced player might still be looking out for this, so it's not the end-all be-all. What you can do is probably try and get an in-route or a slant route underneath all this mess. Let's just say they're really covering up that side of the field. If they're really covering up that tight end or X route, then you're going to get that slant underneath all of that. Also with 4 verticals against man, it's nice to have that slant route. But X does a pretty decent job. See, Hynoski's able to even get separation. Eli bad throw again. Separation and open for the pass play for that nice tiny window. Small, but he's still open. And last but not least, from your spacing, I love spacing, especially when you need a guaranteed couple of yards. Again, just read the flat side of the field. Read that whole side. You might even want to throw Hynoski on a deep route. I just look. If nobody goes to the flat, you can hit the nail, and that's a 6-yard gain off spacing. Imagine on a 4th down. Let's go against the generic cover 3. Just read the flat again on this. You see that eventually that flat defender just bites a little too hard on the tight end and the flat, and you get 5 free yards there. It's a great 4-yard passing play. Imagine 4th and 4. You'd be able to run this all the time. Against man, a little bit more tricky, but I believe you should still be able to get it. I actually got picked on the computer for this. What I like to do is just pass lead down to Cruz, and he got hit by some